everyone, in this video we're going to look at the next line homework, and basically I would like to help you using the introduce how to use the StatCrunch to the homework. Okay, so the first question it asks you to find the confidence interval for the population mean of all bulbs produced by this firm. So what you can do, since this is a normal distribution and population standard deviation is given, it says is normal distribution, z-score, and one sample with summary, because there's no data here. So what you need to do, you just type in the sample mean. What's the sample mean? 730. You also type in the standard deviation, which is 30. Type in the sample size, which is 45, and confidence interval for 95%. Compute. Then you have your lower. Okay, so you have a lower limit is 721, upper limit is 739. Okay, so this is how you do this one. This one would be exactly the same thing as the previous one. Show mean value, standard deviation. Okay, so I think this one you have to probably have to use the random sample mean of and standard deviation of that. You will have to use a t-distribution because this is a sample, it's a random sample, and this is a sample standard deviation. It's not. It says sample standard deviation. Let's try. I think it's a t-distribution for this one. One sample summary. Alright, so let's do again. So what is that? 171 mean value, 171.5. Sample standard deviation 6.5. Sample size 70. Confidence interval 98. So we change that into 98 and compute. So then you can see 169, 173.3. Okay, so you got the exact same thing. Alright, so next one. 150. You can do exactly the same thing. Random sample of that is original that the standard deviation with the standard deviation average. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing as the previous one. All right, and standard deviation is given. Okay, and you can do stats. I think it's a little bit confusing. That is shows that automatic is driven average with the standard deviation of that. Okay, I think you have to use a ZT. It's the standard deviation, because it does not say this is the population standard deviation or sample standard deviation. I would think this is population standard deviation, so I use the Z distribution, one sample with summary. No, my bad. It's okay, just redo again. Z, one sample with summary. Okay, so then you type in the everything. 4100 standard deviation. 4100 mean value 21500, sample size 150, 95 confidence interval. Compute. Okay, so is sigma is given population standard deviation. All right, so what we can do next? So the rest is the same as the previous questions. So number 4, okay, sample size. What you need to do, you still can do that, and this electric form have a power life. This normal distribution standard deviation 30 hours, and how large? Okay, you choose the stats. That's this one sample. No, wait. Sample size 1 sample, and sample size. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to change this thing here. Confidence interval is what? 98%. Okay, and width, because it says 8 hours, within 8 hours true mean, right? So the width should be within, oh my gosh, so it says with 98% and 30, standard deviation is 30. Okay, so how large a sample is which 90% of that sample within 8 hours of a true mean. So within 8 hours of true mean, so plus 8 minus 8 is actually is the 16 at width. And you got that, so the sample size is 77. Okay. And I would think this is the same as the previous questions. You can use that the same thing to do this. There's a little bit difference on this one. What you need to do is do stat and also t-distribution, because this is not things given. It's also one sample, but with data. Oh, I have to choose the data first. What you need to do, I have to click to copy that, and choose that, and Control C, copy, and then I put it here, Control V, paste it here. So what you need to do here, you can do stats, ty sample with data. Variable 1, choose that, and it says what? 95% confidence interval computed. So you get 98,983, 1.04. Okay, that's how you do that one. I will skip this one. You can follow the same steps. You should be able to do that. Use the software. There's one problem I want to mention. This is pretty much the same thing as the previous one. Use that one and average in a sample standard deviation. You see, it says sample standard deviation. If it doesn't see sample standard deviation, so here it says sample standard deviation, which means you have to use the t-distribution. So what do you need to do for this one? You have to use a t-distribution, t, one sample with summary. Okay, sample mean is given. $47.5. And the sample standard deviation is given 1.5, and the sample size is given 17, and 90%, so you have to change that to do 0. Compute that, you have lower limit, upper limit. There's one thing I would like to introduce to you is this one, and number 10, number 9, number 9, number 10, number 11 is exactly the same thing. So I would just introduce one, that will be enough. Okay, so how do you do number 9? Where's my note? Okay, it's here. How do you do number 9 is, first, this problem is a little bit, look at the question. It's prediction interval, sorry, it's 99% prediction interval for the drying time for the next trial of the paint. So it doesn't say the previous. Okay, so it says the next one, the next trial. Okay, prediction interval. So we are going to if you look at the textbook, the formula is x bar minus t alpha of 2 times s times square root of 1 plus 1 over n. Okay. From here to x plus t alpha of 2 times s times square root of 1 plus 1 over n. So what do you need to do? We have to find out each of them. Find x bar equals what? Find out t alpha of 2 equals what? And then find out s equals what? And find out square root of 1 plus 1 over n equals what? Well, let's do, and then I find everything will plug it in. Okay, so how do I find an x bar? So first I can do is I need to use this data here. So Control C, Control C, copy that, and I want to use a brand new table, new data sample, and Control V, Control V, and then what I do stat, summary stats, clumps 1, compute. So we got this is the median range and the mean value. So what you have is everything is given. So mean value is 4.14 and the variance is 1.3168. okay, and also T alpha of 2 is not given here, and we can find it. So it says what? It says 99%. So 99% is in the middle, 99%. So this is 99%. So on both sides is going to be 0.05% and 0.05%. For the T distribution is everything like this, right? No, wait, moment. The T distribution is the other side is right here. Okay, so we're looking for T 0.005. So because 0.5% equals 0.005, and the freedom is n equals 15 minus 1, which is 14. So I need to find out the freedom at 14, 0.005. 0.005 at 14 is 2.977. So 2.977. All right. So that's how you find out the T half of alpha of 2. And then what I need to do next is plug into, use this to see that. So n is 15, so it's 1 plus 1 over 15. And what I need to do next, I have to use the calculator to finish this problem. So use a calculator to do that. Alright, so what I need to do, plug it in. First I find that 1 plus 1/2, so it's 16. Divide by 15, take a square root, right? Take a square root. I did this part, which is 1.032. And then multiply by T half of 2. So multiply by 2.99, wait a moment, 2.977. 2.977 equals, then multiply by S, right? All of these three together give you that, right? Multiply by 1.3168 equals. So basically, I got, it's going to be 4.14. You plug everything to here, plug this into here, plug this into here, this into here, and this one to here. So plug it into this formula. You got 1.4 minus 4.048 and 4.14 plus 4.048. Okay, so let's see what's the final answer. Alright, so let's do plus first. Plus 4.14. It gives us 8.1. Wait. Check it again. Right, so S 16 divided by 15 and take a square root, which is that part, multiply by 1.31. Oh, standard deviation, my bad. No, yeah, I have to do standard deviation, not variance, and take a square root of that actually. So the S is S is standard deviation, so it's going to be 1.14, 1.1475, the S should be standard deviation. S equals 1.1475. So then I plug it back again. So 16 divided by 15 take a square root, multiply by 2.977 equals, multiply by 1.1475 equals, okay, actually then this is going to be 3.528, 3.528, and then plus 4.14, which is 7.67. So that's how you get the other one, 7.67. And the next one is you subtract that, you got 0.61. Okay, so that's how I do number 9. Number 10 is exactly the same thing, but number 10 everything is given. So it gives you number 10, the difference between number 9 and number 10 is number 10, the x bar is given. You need to find out t alpha of 2. And s is given as well. S is given. This is given. It's a good thing. You don't have to do. This is given. N equals 100. Also plug into here. So the only thing you need to find is find t alpha of 2. Okay, t alpha of 2 is 0.9. T alpha of 2 you have to do is, since it's 90% here, so it's going to be 5% here, so it's 0.05. What do you find t alpha of 2 t distribution 0.05, which goes to 100. It's going to be very big. 100 is 1.65. This is 1.658, right? So 100 is not in this table. You could use the Google find out the table, or you could use the help me solve it and find out what is exactly the 100. Or sometimes it doesn't give you, but you can find out that it's between 1.67 and 1.65. You can use 1.66 maybe. And then if you really cannot find it, you can Google find a t alpha of 2. Okay, so how to find t values? T value calculator. So what you can do, you find a free t calculator, and then degree of freedom 100. Okay, so probability of level 0.95. It gives you t value is 1.66. You can compare with your table here. So it's 1.65 is bigger than 120. Okay, so it's 119 actually. Wait a moment, it's 99, right? Right, so it's what, 100, right? 100 sample value, so it's going to be 99. So I actually have to do 99. The t value is to 99. I will not be changing that much. So you got 1.66. That's what I tell you. You can do 1.66. Okay, so just plug it in, and everything is given. It should not be a big problem for you to repeat the same thing again. It's 1.66. And what you need to do is just plug into the same formula, x bar minus square root of, t 0.05 times s is given times square root of 1 plus 1 over 100. So this is given 1.66 from the website you just find. This is given. This is given standard deviation 300. This is given as 24000. Okay. Assume that. Okay, it says normal distribution. Now I will not use. I don't have to use the t distribution. I can use the z distribution. Distribution. So z square 0.005 is 1.645, I believe. Okay, you can use the z distribution instead of the t distribution. So it's 1.645, I believe. Let me see. 1.95 is right here. Yes, 1.645. 1.601235. Yes, 1.645. You can use 1.64, 1.65 should be fine. Then plug it in. You find out the other one is plus. It's x plus z 0.05 times square root of 1 plus 1 over 100. So that's how you do number 10. Number 11. I checked the problem is exactly the same thing. It says the prediction interval for the next, right? So this is about the homework review.